Have you ever wondered what the poorest countries in the world look like on paper? And, more importantly, how much has actually changed over the last 3.5 decades? Today, we are watching the bar chart race of the top 15 lowest GDP per capita countries, starting in 1990 and projecting all the way to 2026. Real quick, GDP per capita basically means if you took all the money a country made in a year and split it equally among every single person, this is what they would get. So the country at the very top of this list, that is the poorest nation on Earth. Let's fire up the timeline. Pay close attention because these aren't just numbers on a screen. These are real stories of survival, civil war, and economic struggle. Kicking things off in 1990, look at Yemen sitting at the very top. We're talking about an average income of around $85 a year. Just below it, we've got Burundi and the Central African Republic. As we roll through the 90s, you will notice a harsh reality. Almost every single nation on this board is in Africa. Around 1994, keep an eye out for Rwanda popping up. This coincides directly with the devastating Rwandan genocide, an event that absolutely shattered their economy. By the time we hit 1999, while the US was gearing up for the dot-com boom and Y2K, the average person in these nations was still surviving on anywhere from $200 to $500 annually. Let that sink in. Entering the 2000s, the bars start shifting rapidly. We see countries like the Democratic Republic of Congo and Afghanistan entering the frame. Afghanistan's appearance here is no coincidence. It aligns right with the fallout of decades of conflict and the US invasion in 2001. Meanwhile, Burundi and Yemen are stubbornly holding on to those top spots. Then comes the 2008 global financial crisis. While Wall Street was panicking and the US housing market was crashing, for the nations on this list, mere survival has always been a recession. Heading into 2010, the numbers might look a little higher on paper, but if you factor in global inflation, the needle on extreme poverty barely moved. Now watch the graph around 2011. A brand new name drops into the mix. South Sudan. They officially gained independence from Sudan that year, but immediately claimed a top spot on the Global Poverty Index. Fast forward to the 2015 to 2019 stretch, and Yemen shoots right back up to number 1. Why? A brutal, ongoing civil war that pushed the country to the brink of famine. Nations like Madagascar, Somalia, and Sierra Leone are permanent fixtures on this board. It's a stark visual reminder that as the global economy grew, entire regions were left completely behind. Welcome to the 2020s. We all know how the COVID-19 pandemic froze the global economy, but for the nations on this screen, the economic hit was absolutely catastrophic. Now, look at the projections for 2024, 2025, and 2026. While the rest of the world is obsessing over AI, space tourism, and trillion-dollar tech companies, in 2026, Yemen, South Sudan, and Burundi are still projected to be at the top, with a GDP per capita hovering under $500. Even the country at the very bottom of this top 15 list is barely cracking $1,100 a year. This 36-year journey makes one thing painfully clear. When a country faces political instability, constant warfare, and deep-rooted corruption, it's the everyday people who pay the ultimate price. Africa is home to some of the most resource-rich lands on the planet, yet it dominates this list. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think is the biggest roadblock for these nations? Is it corrupt leadership, the legacy of colonialism, or something else entirely? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. If you found this data breakdown eye-opening, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one.